I look so stupid. Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new here. Hello, welcome. My name's Megan. I make videos and sometimes they're good. In today's video, I am doing a challenge. Now, I haven't done a challenge since I did my attempting 100 makeup looks in 24 hours challenge. If you haven't seen that, I'll link it below for you guys to go check out. But as you saw from the title, today's challenge is going to be the numbers pick my makeup challenge. However, I want to do it a little bit differently. So we are going to be doing that numbers pick my makeup challenge. However, we are going to do drugstore versus high-end edition. Basically, how it's gonna work is I'm going to split my face in half. One side will be high-end, one side will be drugstore, and we are going to do the numbers challenge on both sides of my face and see if we get anywhere close to similar and see what side looks better in the end. I'm super excited to try this out, but before I ramble any further, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, hit that notification bell to be notified every time I post a new video. And let's get right into this really intense challenge. Alright guys, so there's going to be some steps where it isn't randomized just because I don't have a lot of drugstore or I don't have a lot of high-end in that certain category, but that's alright. We still have a lot of randomization to happen. So for primer, I don't have anything that's, like I literally have one primer from the drugstore. Need to work on that, sorry about it. And I have one that's somewhat similar from high end, so I'm gonna go with both of those. Okay, so drugstore side is gonna be this side of my face, high end side is going to be this side of my face. So for the drugstore side, I'm gonna go in with the Nivea Men's Sensitive Post Shave Balm. This was made famous by Nikki Tutorials, who incidentally also made this challenge famous. There was someone else who made it before her. I don't know her name, but if you guys could let me know, I will give her credit in the description box below, and I'll keep searching. So check back there if you want to see who actually made this challenge. And then for the high-end side, I'm going to go in with the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. These are both gripping primers, so hopefully they kind of have the same effect. Gonna go with that. Alright, so for my first random picking situation, we have drugstore foundation and high-end foundation. Now I have 5 of each to pick from, so we will randomly generate numbers there using just Google. So for the drugstore side, number 1 is the Pro Glow. Number 2 is the Morphe Fluidity, which please don't kill me. I use a Morphe product in the high-end side as well later on, so sorry about that. It's just one of those brands that's kind of in the middle, and I like, you know, I don't know whether to classify them as drugstore or high-end, so I did both. Number 3 is the Maybelline Superstay Foundation Stick. Then number 4 is the Total Cover. And number 5 is the Superstay Fluid from Maybelline. So we've got our 5 options there, and our 5 options from the high-end side are number 1, Fenty Beauty, which hasn't classically been one of my favorites. The Hourglass Foundation Stick as number 2, the Huda Beauty Pro Filter or Faux Filter Foundation as number 3. We've got the Josie Maran Vibrancy Foundation as number 4, and we've got the Yves Saint Laurent All Hours Foundation as number 5. So let's see which ones we're going to use. So we are going to be using number 2 from the drugstore side, which is the Morphe Fluidity Foundation, and number 2 from the high-end side, which is the Hourglass Foundation Stick. So where I can, I'm going to be using the same number in each category in the categories that have the same amount of products, which is pretty much every category except for the eyeshadows, because I've only got this small palette that's colorful, and then I'm using my big James Charles palette that's also colorful, so that I can kind of get the same sort of look. You know what I mean? Yeah. We'll figure it out. I'm the one making up the rules here. Alright you guys, now that my face is super white, like you can tell the difference between both sides of my face. Like one side is super paled out, the other one has a little bit more of a natural look to it, it's time for concealer. I don't have different concealers for these, so I'll be using the ColourPop No Filter Concealer on my left and the Tarte Shape Tape on my right. Concealer, I only have one of each powder, so on the left I'll be using the Maybelline Fit Me powder and the Huda Beauty Sugar Cookie baking powder on the right. Alright, I'm going to move on to the eyes now, and this is going to be our next random moment. For the drugstore side, I'm going to be using the NYX Ultimate Shadow Palette in the shade Brights. As you can see, it's got a ton of different rainbow colors. And on the right side, I'm going to be using the Morphe James Charles palette. This palette does range for about $35, $40, something like that. Not really sure, to be honest. I'll put it down below or something. But I do consider these a bit more high-end because there's more people who can't really afford these ones. So therefore it's less affordable. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this guy for my right side, and let's see what happens. Obviously they don't have the same number of shades, so I'm going to be using 3 shades from each palette, and we're gonna see what I can come up with. 16 shades in the NYX palette, so let's select 3 numbers from 1 to 16. So the first number is going to be 16. So we have this yellow shade in the corner. The next number is going to be 8, which is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's going to be this light lavender color right here. And the last one is going to be 4. So they're all like multiples of each other. So that's good. So, and 4 is going to be this shade right here. So we've got a yellow, a lavender, and kind of like a burnt orange. So let's see what I can do with those shades. So that is the left side, drugstore side completed. What do we think? What do we think? It kind of reminds me of The Lion King. I don't know why. Don't ask why, but that's the look. I'll go back and do like mascara and lashes after I finish this up. Alright, so this is a 39 color palette. I'm going to go ahead and put in between 1 and 39 in the number generator, and let's see what we're doing. So the first number is going to be number 37. So that is going to be, at least we've got some purples happening. So that is going to be this shade right here. As you can see, it's in the bottom corner of the palette. But so 39 is this one right here. No, 37, Mom, I'm stupid. Number 37. The next number is going to be number 4. So that is this orange shade right here. Oh my God, we're getting kind of the same colors. What the hell? I promise I'm not doing this. I promise. And the third one is going to be number 5. So it's going to be this reddish orange right next to it. So we've got a purple, orange, and a reddish orange. So I think I can do something with that. It's not going to be the exact same, obviously, but let's see how this goes. I am going to try and attempt to make them somewhat similar, but obviously they're not the same colors. They're not going to be the same. So let's do it. For the Alright you guys, so I have completed both eyes. I got relatively the same colors, just it seems like this eye is a lot more pigmented than this eye. But yeah, so definitely pick which one's your favorite in the comments. They're both messy, definitely wouldn't have picked these colors to go together, so I apologize if you're looking for good work, this is not the video. So since the eyes are both finished, I'm going to go ahead and add mascara and lashes to each eye. For the drugstore side, I'm using Morphe. For the high-end side, I'm using Eldora lashes. And also for the drugstore side, I'm using the Total Temptation mascara. And for the high-end side, I'm using the Better Than Sex waterproof mascara. Bam, let's do it. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and contour, and for contouring I only have one option from each. So from Wet n Wild I have the contouring palette Duo. This is in Dulce de Leche, I think it's Dulce de Leche. That's the one that Kathleen liked years ago, so I'm pretty sure that's probably the one I bought. So this is going on this side, and then the other one is the Tarte Contouring Duo. This is the Double Duty Beauty Duo. This is one of my faves of all time. So let's get to contouring. Go ahead and bronze. I do have 3 bronzers from both the high-end and drugstore, so let's do 1 to 3 and see what we get. So number 1 is the butter bronzer from Physicians Formula. The next is CYO, the fair bronzer, and then the third is going to be Makeup Revolution Ultra Bronze. And then for high-end, we have number 1 as the Tarte Park Ave Princess Bronzer. Number 2 as the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Nude Bronze Light Bronzer. And number 3 as NARS Laguna. We're going to have number 1 from each. So we're going to do the butter bronzer from Physicians Formula. God, if I didn't just break it. And also the Park Ave Princess Bronzer. So let's go ahead and use this brush from Sigma for this side. We're just going to go ahead and make that as tan as I can because this side of my face is lacking the color. We're going to go ahead and go in with Park Ave Princess. Next, we're going to go ahead and do blush. I have 2 blush options from each brand, so let's pick. 2 blushes from the drugstore are the e.l.f. blush in Mellow Mauve and the Luminosa blush from Milani. And then for high-end, we have MAC Peaches and MAC Kink and Kisses, or Marc Jacobs Kink and Kisses. Get it together, Megan. We are going to use number 1. So we're using e.l.f. Mellow Mauve and MAC Peaches. Good thing neither of them are the same color. The E3 from Morphe for this one. And just go ahead and get that all up on that cheek. MAC Peaches on the right side. Finally, we have 3 highlight options from the drugstore and high-end. So we have ColourPop's Flexitarian on the drugstore side. We've got Makeup Revolution in the shade Vivid Baked Lighter Golden Lights. This one right here, very white. And then we've got a Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighting Powder in the shade Precious Petals. On the high-end side, we have obviously 3. Number 1 is going to be YSL. This is the Touche Éclat Lumiere Divine. We have, oh, okay, I need to get these out of the way. We have Ofra Glazed Donut, and we have Jeffree Star's Princess Cut. Alright, and it's going to be number 2, so I get to use Glazed Donut from Ofra and Vivid Baked Lights and Golden Lights from Makeup Revolution. just have lip products. And we've got 3 lip products from each side. So from the Drugstore side, we have a Wet n Wild Catsuit in the shade Coral Corruption, which is obviously a coral shade. We've got Morphe's Schoolgirl liquid lipstick and Maybelline's 15 Lover liquid lipstick. And then for the high-end side, we have one as, okay, keep that in order, is going to be Anastasia Beverly Hills Catherine. Number 2 is Lazy Daisy from Dose of Colors. And number 3 is Uncuffed from Fenty Beauty. So let's pick a lipstick. And number 3, so we are going to be using 15 Lover, which is a Maybelline shade, and then we're going to be using Fenty Beauty's Uncuffed, and these are not similar colors. So, alright, so the lips aren't super different, but you can obviously tell that this one's a little bit darker and has a slightly more terracotta undertone to it, which is fine, but yeah. Alright guys, this is the finished look. What do you think? I look so stupid. Okay, so definitely using the bangs to cover up the tragic mess that is underneath this right now. Like, let's just part the curtains. That's so bad. That's so bad. Alright, you guys, that is it for this random numbers high-end versus drugstore makeup challenge. Let me know in the comments down below which side you think won, the drugstore or the high-end. Also, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, hit that notification bell before you leave, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.